We're here with the 2016 to 2018 Subaru Forester, and there it is, wireless Apple CarPlay. I'm about to show you how to add wireless and wired CarPlay and Android Auto right into the factory Subaru Forester radio. I'm Dave with Hamilton Motor Company. We're based here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we make top-of-the-line products to add CarPlay and Android Auto right into your factory system. Backed by a 3-year warranty, designed with top-of-the-line components, you can call us at 919-858-2890 and talk to me or one of my team members at any time. Let's dive in and I'll show you how to get started. We're going to begin here on the passenger side. Before ever sitting on the side of your vehicle, make sure the car is in park, your parking brake is on, and that the wheels are chalked so the vehicle will not move. Now let's go ahead and open up this glove box. See this plastic piece here? You're going to reach in with your fingers and pop the clip free, just like that. Now pressing in on the glove box from either side will allow us to drop it down, and we can simply remove it and set it down here. We're now going to take out one bolt inside of here that I'll show you next. This one is very hard to see. It's going to be back and up at an angle. It's a 10mm bolt that we're going to be removing. There it is. So the bolt was right back here. We'll come over to the driver's side now. We're going to start by removing this panel. You'll use your pry tool. You can also use a credit card to simply jump in here and pop it free. Now we're going to take out this Phillips head screw. Once you get it out, set it in a safe place. And we'll reach down here and we'll just pop this panel free and disconnect these two harnesses. To do that, we'll just press down on the clip and slide them out. I'm disconnecting these mostly to make room so that you can see. You don't have to disconnect these on yours. If you just wanted to leave this hanging, you could. We'll set this in the back. Next, we're going to take out a Phillips head screw right here. You'll simply use your screwdriver, remove it, and set it down here. Now reach in, and we're going to take off this panel to the right of the steering wheel. It'll pop out just like this, and we can now remove two 10mm nuts on either side of the airbag. We won't be disconnecting the airbag. And we can set the bolts down here. Now reach in and we'll just lift the airbag off of its mounts. We'll come back and set it back here. It might be a little bit difficult for you to see on camera, but there's one 10mm bolt right here. You'll see it right here under this wiring harness. And it's super easy. You'll just take your 10mm socket, reach in. Now this one is going to be very tight at first. They use a machine to put these in. So you want to break it loose, and then you'll simply go back and forth here, unthreading this bolt. Just like that, we'll set the bolt in a safe place. The hard part for removing the radio is behind us. We've gotten the two 10mm bolts out. Now we're going to take our pry tool. You can also use a credit card. Get behind your air vents. You might need to go from up here as well or jump in on the other side. We can free this unit here. We'll pop it down. And we're going to disconnect these two harnesses. You can see the clips. Just press down, slide them out. We'll set this in a safe place. Now there's two more 10mm bolts we're going to take off on top of the radio. You can see how tight these were in from the factory. We'll go ahead and pop them both loose. Now we can take them out. Take these out, we'll set them in a safe place. Now you can reach under the radio and on top, on either side, and pop the radio free. Then support the radio with a cloth. We'll pick it up, and then we gotta go up and over these lower mounts with the brackets. Now we can disconnect every harness back here. Simply press on the tab, we'll slide out every single harness behind the radio. This one that looks weird and black like this, we'll just wiggle back and forth and it'll come off. These down here can be a little bit tight. Try to always put pressure only on the plastic harness mount not the wires. There's one harness behind the climate control panel here at the bottom. Once you have this removed, we can take the factory unit inside to our workbench. We're here in the Hamilton facility. We're about to install the Hamilton upgrade kit into this factory radio for the Subaru Forester. Let's go ahead and unbox it. I'll show you what's inside. We're going to be installing this unit into the factory radio directly. Unlike cheaper systems, this will allow us to have high quality graphics and factory grade CarPlay and Android Auto. Here is your manual card. Scanning this will take you to the manuals page where you can watch this video, as well as our videos to set up CarPlay and your audio. Of course, if you need to contact me or my teammates, our contact information is right here below. You can save that in your glove box if you ever need to give us a call. This is your warranty certificate. Your warranty is tied to your name. If you're giving the car away immediately or you want to make record of it, you can fill out this warranty certificate and keep it in your glove box. We'll go ahead and unbox the unit here. You can see it ships with a double box here, and then we put an outside cardboard box on it for extra protection. Here's a little note about this backup USB that we include. This is if we ever need to do a USB recovery. You can save this in your glove box as well. This is your Hamilton upgrade kit here. You can see the ribbon cables. Here's the Hamilton sticker that has your unique serial number and all information. Your wiring harness. This harness is going to grab into the factory harness and then plug it into the back of the Hamilton box and back into the original radio. Of course, an antenna. That's for your wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. It'll go into the back of the upgrade kit. Let's get started with the installation now. We're going to start by removing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Phillips head screws. Now this is very important. You need to use a large screwdriver. See how this screwdriver fully fills the screw? These screws are in here really tight. A large screwdriver will give you more torque and it will allow you to completely fill that screw so you do not strip it. If you're using a screwdriver that is too small, there's a very good likelihood that you will strip one of these screws. So you need to be very cautious to use a large screwdriver. If you do strip one of the screws, what you can do is you can leave that one to be removed last, and then you can wiggle the bracket a little bit to loosen the screw. We'll take this bracket off and set it aside. We'll now repeat this on the other side. This is your XM module. We're going to go ahead and remove it and we'll set it aside. We can now work on removing the radio from the screen. We're going to take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small Phillips head screws. As you remove these, the best practice is to push in and then twist. Note that some of these on the sides are longer than the 2 on the top here, so keep them in separate piles. We're removing 6 in total. Once we have the 6 small screws removed, we're going to go ahead and take out these 4 large Phillips head screws down here. We can take this climate panel out. We'll set it aside. Now to free the unit from the trim, we have these clips. This one up here is the main clip. And we need to free these with all the clips removed. Don't yank the radio away from the screen. You can remove it gently. We've got to take off this ribbon cable here. And I'll show you all those clips in just a second. So what we're going to do is reach under this ribbon cable, support the back of it. You don't want to yank too hard on this or you can break it, so just be really gentle. Open it like that. We'll take the ribbon cable out. Now, separating this from the screen, you see these clips as we go around here? Once we removed those 6 little screws, these clips were what's holding the plastic surround with the screen to the radio. If your car has been subjected to hot and cold climates, these can be really hard to remove. This car particularly gets sticky, so you just use things like credit cards or a little guitar pick, and you lift up on these clips. You start with the top. This is one of the toughest ones to get off here at the top. I started with the top edge, lifted all 3 of those, then I went down the sides. I struggled on both of these a little bit, You just have to make sure that your tabs aren't bending. The metal tabs that are in these clips aren't bending. And if they are, just press them back down. Then you take these clips off. In the bottoms, I took out a credit card and I did them 1, 2, 3. We can now set this panel somewhere safe. We're going to use the small Phillips head screwdriver. We'll proceed forward, pressing down, and then unscrewing these 5 small Phillips head screws here. With the 5 screws removed, we'll take this bracket and we'll lift it out. Come down here, lift up on this tan tab here. We'll take off the factory ribbon cable. We are now at the halfway point. We're now going to install the Hamilton upgrade kit. We'll slide it onto the bottom of the factory radio here. You can see we have the openings lined up flush. And I'm just going to take one of these large Phillips head screws and I'm going to put it in and crank it down just to hold this unit in place while we work. I'll put this one on very tight. We're now going to take this smaller ribbon cable. This will be the one that goes into the radio. The gold side is going to face down onto the circuit board. We'll line it up on either side, see how the tabs will fit in their respective slots. Then we need it to go all the way in, just like that. When it's all the way in, see how you will not have any space here or here? You can go ahead and close that bar. The black line will be parallel to the tan bar. You want to make sure that there's no space showing and that the arms of the ribbon cable have reached into the respective slots on either side. With the inside ribbon cable installed, we'll go ahead and thread the other ribbon cable through the rectangle on the bracket here. We'll take this bracket, line it up into place, make sure the locator pin goes back into its original slot here, and we'll restore the 5 screws. The same procedure will apply. You can see this white line, that'll show us when we are fully installed. We'll go ahead and take this ribbon cable, go in on both sides until both corners line up with their respective white corners. We can close the bar. We'll take the radio, line it up with its clips, and we can snap it back into place. We will now reinstall the 6 screws holding the radio to the screen. Next, we'll take the air vent assembly, we'll line it up, and we'll put the 4 big screws back into place. We'll start on the side opposite of the 1 screw that we installed. We're going to take the bracket, see how it says R? Let's line it up with the bracket that says RH. We'll line up the screws here, and we'll go ahead and put them in. The Hamilton upgrade kit is installed. Let's take it back out to the vehicle now. We're going to start off by reconnecting the XM module. This time, instead of installing it below the radio as it came from the factory, we're going to install it in this lower cavity here. So we're going to pull these wiring harnesses out down below. We're going to plug these in. So we'll now take it, make sure it doesn't drag any other harnesses down with it, and we'll push it to the back of the cavity here. This is the main Hamilton harness. It's going to grab 2 factory harnesses, one here and the other over here. And we'll plug these into the back of the original radio. This will go into the Hamilton box. This is your Hamilton accessory harness. It's going to plug into the Hamilton box. Our system, you don't need to use any of these. It will use your factory backup camera and microphone by default. I'm going to take the USB here, and we're going to run the USB. We can either put it down here by dropping it right down. You can put it in the glove box. You can also run it down here if you'd like. This USB is going to be for your wired CarPlay, as well as for updating the device if you ever need to. Let's see, I've just dropped it down the side and I'm just gonna pull it right here. I'll pull it back and you can simply leave this tucked under here when you're not using it. And when you want it, you can just pop it down. This will plug into the Hamilton box. Here is your wireless antenna. This is for wired CarPlay and Android Auto. A good spot for this is up here above the air vents. We'll now grab the unit. These are all going to come up to date from the factory. You don't need to do any sort of software updates. We're gonna go ahead and plug it in here. We're gonna start by plugging in these two large harnesses from the Hamilton pigtails. Now, as we plug in all of the harnesses, we will begin to organize everything. We're gonna plug in the USB accessory harness down here. We have the main Hamilton harness. You'll see there's a blue panel with dip switches. These will come preset for your unit. You do not need to change these. And changing these may cause the screen to appear funky, so you'd have to contact customer service for us to help you change them back. We'll go ahead and plug in that wireless antenna. We'll position this antenna as a final step. Don't forget to reconnect your climate control panel down here. We'll go through one by one and reconnect everything that was originally disconnected. That's your FM antenna right there. Generally speaking, every single connector on the back of your radio does have a wire, and every wire has a home. So with everything connected, go ahead and align the factory radio back into the brackets, and we'll snap it into place. Before you bolt everything down, this is a great time to go ahead and reconnect your hazards up here and test everything for functionality. You want to make sure that every wire is reconnected before powering on the vehicle, so that includes anything that we disconnected down here. We've confirmed that everything works. It's now time for us to reassemble the dash and these bolts here. We'll start with these two 10mm on top of the factory radio. With these two installed, let's go ahead and add the 10mm that hold the radio from down here and here. We'll tighten up the one on the driver's side as well. With those bolts reinstalled, we'll take the airbag, put it back on the posts, and we'll tighten up these nuts. Now we can take this panel, line it up, and clip it into place. We'll put the screw back in down here. We're going to go ahead and reconnect these two connectors here and here. You may see an extra gray wire. If you recall, this was not originally used. It's not an option on this vehicle, so just be mindful of how many you remove, and that's how many you'll reinstall. We'll go ahead and clip this panel back into place and put the screw back in here. And with that installed, we'll take this black panel, snap it into place. We're almost done. We'll go ahead and reconnect the two connectors on the upper air vent assembly. Then we will line it up and snap it into place. We'll now take the glove box, line it back up on its posts. We'll reconnect this plastic piece here. Test to make sure that it opens and closes correctly, and the installation is complete. Let's pair and set up wireless CarPlay. This is the Hamilton underlying operating system that will come up when you first boot the vehicle before you pair CarPlay and Android Auto. Long holding the voice speech button on the steering wheel for 3 seconds switches between your factory Subaru system and the new Hamilton operating system. Go ahead and pull out your iPhone, open up Settings, Bluetooth, and come down here to Other Devices. Look for the new device that starts with Hamilton. Click on it. When the pairing code pops up, click Pair. Allow to Contacts and Favorites. And when you get a prompt that says Connect to CarPlay, click Connect. And just like that, wireless CarPlay will automatically open. Click Allow to any additional prompts on your iPhone. This is wireless Apple CarPlay. We're not done quite yet. It's very important that you long hold the voice speech button, come back to the factory system, go to Settings, Bluetooth, delete all of the devices from your factory Bluetooth, and delete your factory Subaru from your iPhone. Then turn off factory Bluetooth power. Now come to Audio, and make sure that your system is in aux mode. Your phone will stream music through to the Hamilton Upgrade Kit, and it's grabbed your aux line behind the factory radio. We will be playing music via the aux line. Long holding that voice speech button for 3 seconds brings you right back into wireless CarPlay. This button is how you'll switch between your original system and the new Hamilton system. You can have any audio source playing music like XM radio, FM, or AM while you're in Apple CarPlay. Our system preserves XM, AM, FM radio, and of course will allow you to stream music through any normal music app. We have a full overview video as well as an installation video. This system is backed by the 3-year Hamilton warranty. We call it the Hamilton Guarantee. It'll preserve all of your original features, including your original backup camera and steering wheel controls. I'm Dave with Hamilton Motor Company. I'll see you in the next video. If you need us, give us a call. You can talk to me or one of my team members at 919-858-2890.